let's take a look at all of these issues with Geoff Kendrick. He's head of European foreign exchange strategy at Nomura International here in London. Thank you so much for joining us. In terms of what we're seeing, it seems that the havens are expecting some kind of a concerted action from the central banks. Is it wrong to expect something like that, or are we going to see some kind of action from the G7 or a wider body over the next couple of weeks?
All we've really seen so far is obviously we had the Japanese intervention a couple of weeks ago, and so far the S&B have said a lot. They haven't done too much, at least in terms of the spot market, but they have been pushing forward points quite negative over the last week or so. I don't expect the S&B to come in. I think their optimal strategy is to keep talking. Basically, they've seen Euro Swiss up 14 or 15 big figures on the back of talk, so that looks to be working out quite nicely for them. I think the talk of a peg or even a currency floor at this stage is somewhat premature in Switzerland. Rather, I think they'll keep doing what they have been doing, which is pushing forward points negative, which makes it expensive to hold the Swiss franc. And that looks to be enough to keep us around that 113, 115 range. What
do you think will actually be the main driver behind these markets on the currency front this week? Is it Ben Bernanke's speech at Jackson Hole, where certain investors are hoping he will indicate QE3 is on the table?
Yeah, it's absolutely all about the Jackson Hole speech on Friday. So until then, which is 3 p.m. London time on Friday afternoon, markets are likely to be much more choppy. As you mentioned in the previous story, there's some chance people are thinking about a QE3 announcement, so perhaps the dollar will be slightly softer through the week and stocks slightly higher. When we get the speech itself, I don't expect Bernanke to do enough, and therefore Friday afternoon could be quite messy. We could see stocks a bit lower and the dollar a bit higher. Euro-dollar possibly down towards that 141, 142 level by the end of the week.
So what would you be a buyer of right now? I've had a couple of currency analysts in the last couple of days tell me, well, actually, what they'd be interested in is either sterling, Aussie dollar, or actually South Korean won.
I certainly like each of those medium term. Korea has been relatively soft over the last few sessions, dollar Korea slightly higher, etc. I like Aussie to consolidate around these levels, but really I think the next big trend is probably towards dollar positivity, to be honest with you. I suspect the market has got overly optimistic about Bernanke saving the day again on Friday, so I don't expect enough there, and so I think that's probably dollar positive. And the bank
Geoff, what kind of level are we going to see on dollar?
I think towards the end of the year we could see euro-dollar quite a lot lower. I would expect us to see a break of 140 over the next month or so, and perhaps down towards that 130 level by the end of the year.
And by the end of the week, what's going to happen on Friday? You said the markets would be choppy. Are we going to see a big movement in dollar if Bernanke disappoints?
I think if Bernanke disappoints, we could see euro-dollar a few big figures lower just on Friday afternoon. But between now and then, it's probably marginally higher over the week as people expect him basically to save the day again.
All right, Geoff, thank you so much. Geoff Kendrick there.